right, the phone done got a little too hot. So this is gonna be in pieces. Let me get comfortable. Let me get comfortable again and gather myself. I have to park across the street. I'm now parked behind this red Camaro. With the what you call it? With the rooftop. Anyways, it's open. Okay, so can you hear the birds chirping? They're singing to me and comforting my soul. And I needed to continue to talk in order for this part of me that knows that I need to talk to feel good and better. So, yes, I was remembering the seasons in my life where I wasn't able to do the basic things that I needed to do within my household in order for me to be okay, because I wasn't okay, you know. I just wasn't okay, you know. And as a result, it didn't look okay, you know. I mean, all of that was very like private too, you know. Like the home is a very like close, intimate, private part of a person, right? The way that we live, right? The way that we live, only we really know what that looks like for us and how it feels, you know. And we can try and mask that, and we do that successfully to some degree. So yeah, I was thinking about that and wanting to just say, like, we're at a place now. This is me talking to myself, right? Like, we're at a place now where we're able to do those chores a little bit more easily, and keep up with our routines to some degree more easily. And I'm thankful for that. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the mind that tells me, like, okay, let's sweep the floor. Let's clean the countertops. You know, let's do a load of laundry, and we'll feel better. Like, that's part of like my self-care regimen now, you know what I mean? Like, making sure my house is in order on that level, you know what I mean? And so as I sit with my new challenge, right, I'm wanting to like invite my quote unquote, what I used to call, right, my quote unquote critical parent, right? As I was meditating, I was exercising my ability to reframe and say of that part of me that actually, no, this is a part of me that's held on to so much grief and anguish over, you know, the trauma that we've experienced, and needing to process so much with the minimal amount of tools that we had at that particular time of our life, right? And seeking out understanding and guidance. That part of me has just been holding on to all these things and needing to manage, you know, and managing the best that we could at that time with what we had, as they say, right? And what seemed at one point to like, or felt like criticism, was actually concern, right? It was actually concern and care, you know, and wanting to like do what we have to do, you know, do what we have to do to survive, to take care of these babies, you know, to, you know, maintain, you know, In a lot of seasons, we did that on our own, and I don't like take that lightly at all, I don't take that for granted at all, I take that very seriously. Like, that matters a lot to me, you know. And so now I feel like this, like, righteous anger, this like righteous, like, I'm just trying to hold this capacity. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been doing this for 21 years. You know what I mean? And no, I'm not an expert or whatever, but I know a couple of things and I know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like, when I come with that type of energy, it's coming from this place of like, can't nobody tell me about what I got going on more than me. You know what I mean? And like, I just, like I said, I want to like invite that part of me to like hold the space and then hold the tension that comes with it as well. You know what I mean? Like, I've been saying this since I got out of the hospital prison, that like, society says like that part of me like is wrong, that part of me should calm down, that part of me should like lower my voice, right, and change the tone of my voice, right? And it's like, no, hold up, no, I will not, no, I will not. I'm gonna say it how I'm gonna say it, and whoever needs to hear it is gonna hear it how I'm gonna say it. And I have the right to do that and say and do whatever it is that I need to say and do as a person and as a parent. And no one else has to understand. No one else has to agree. The most challenging part about that, I feel, is like, I wasn't getting the, oh, you're doing such a great job, you're such a great mom. I wasn't getting that. You know what I mean? I was not getting those type of commentary. Okay, I was getting quite the opposite of that, and essentially having to go against the grain of my circumstances and environments to do my job as a mom. And I've heard all of the criticism. I've heard all of the comments. Okay. And yet and still I have to do what I have to do. You know what I mean? I would lay up at night staring up at the ceiling, asking God, thinking about how God would like see me, right, in this role and say of me, like, did you do what you needed to do? That's how I envisioned it. Like, I have to answer to God about my job as a mother. And did I do what I needed to do? Did I do with what I was given what I needed to do? And so that has kept me going, kept me moving forward. Like, okay, even if the outside is saying to me or of me that I'm crazy or that I'm too difficult or that I should lower my voice or I should be softer or I should be whatever, even though the outside is saying that of me, like, no, I know what I am saying, I know what I am seeing, I know what I am talking about. Okay, and I have to do what I have to do. And in that process, my heart has broken, right? In that process, I've had to break my children's hearts in that process. And knowing that this is the decision that I have to make, not because I'm your friend, not because I want you to like me, not because I want us to be cool. No, it's because I am a parent and I am operating from that place. Okay? And no, no. You cannot. No, you cannot. yes, I continue to invite that part of me. And it doesn't always sound that way, right? It doesn't always sound that way. But when it does, that is okay. That is just as okay as whatever else comes. You know what I mean? It is just as welcome. It is just as valuable. As it is just as much needed as the other parts, right? Like, I need that part of myself. I need that part of me, you know? And sometimes that means like knowing certain things and still allowing other people to make choices for themselves because they are their own people and individuals and things like that, right? But still, it's still my responsibility and my job to say what I know I need to say, to do what I know I need to do. You know what I mean? And if it comes off as rude or whatever, okay, that is okay. It's okay. Ain't nobody gone, you know? So you know how it goes. You know how it goes. You know what we gotta do. We keep on, you know? Knowing we know it's gonna be all right, you know? And in the end, it's all good, you know, because we gonna be good. I feel like there's a lot more. There's a lot more that I want to say and share, but this is just like my starting point for this particular season and challenge. This is where I wanted to start right now, and then we'll share in other ways, and then we'll come back to this and we'll share more. And I love you very much.